welcome to another Japan vlog. We are currently still in the middle of Golden Week. It's a national holiday today here in Japan, and hubby and I are going to head out. We're actually going to do a couple of the sites and the attractions around Yokohama today. Our apartment is absolutely boiling. The sun is rising before 5 o'clock, and because we're east facing, it's just absolutely glaring, and our apartment is just like a sauna, so we need to get outside where it's a bit cooler. The red brick warehouse is quite a famous tourist attraction here in Yokohama. Yokohama used to be a very big port city, and I think the two red brick warehouses are the old custom buildings. They're now like, they have restaurants and bars in there and gift shops and things where you can buy, you know, nice memorabilia. So we're going to have a mooch around there. We're going to try and have breakfast at Bill's. I say try because Bill's is always busy. Like, it seriously has the longest queues I've ever noticed for a food place. Sometimes the queues are 2-3 hours long. It opens in half an hour, so we're hoping we'll be able to get there and not have to queue for too long. It's an Australian restaurant, so it does really nice fresh food. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. One of the red brick warehouses. That one is the large one, it's on my left, and there's a smaller one behind here which is on my right. In between the two red brick warehouses there's a large space that's often used for events and festivals and activities. Currently there is a German festival going on, so this is the Frühlingsfest. Kind of like a German beer garden festival, just looking at all the stalls and things like that. A few months ago there was a huge spring garden marking the arrival of spring in Japan, and there were hundreds and hundreds of different coloured tulips planted here. I'm just going to take you closer to the red brick warehouse. On the far end is the bay, so it's a very popular tourist attraction, and we like coming and hanging out here on the weekends, grabbing a coffee, watching all the boats come in. You can actually see Osanbashi Pier, so you can see the cruise liners come in. So there's the large red brick warehouse. Bill's is right at the end. It's a beautiful blue sky today. I apologise if you're getting any wind interruption in the sound. It is quite windy because we are by the bay. People are just setting up the stalls. And there is the smaller of the two red brick warehouses. There's the queue for Bill's. I've left hubby in the queue whilst I walk around and do a bit of filming. We finally made it to the front of the queue at Bill's, so hopefully it won't be much longer now. How long? 45 minutes?
Roughly 5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad, is it? I think the longest we've ever queued is about 1 hour and 20.
Yeah.
But there have been 2 other occasions where we tried to come, but the queue was over 2 hours long, so there was no way we were doing that. Even 1 hour and 20 feels crazy. But now the queue is so much longer than when we first got here. And that's what it looks like. I'll try and give you a better view when we get inside. We have a menu in English, and then on the other side it's all in Japanese. And this is what the restaurant looks like. Our smoothies have arrived. I got the green one, hubby got the red one. What was yours, Kat?
Bill's beets,
yeah.
Beetroot, apple, I can't remember.
Carrot?
Yeah, carrots.
Yeah, it looks like it's got carrots in. Are you going to have a taste? Let us know how good it is. Yeah. I got this one, which is kale, pineapple, coconut water, cayenne and coriander. That tastes really good. You can really taste the pineapple, and there's like a subtle hint of coconut. Do you want to try? We were just talking to the waitress that took our order. She spoke quite good English because she lived in Canada for a while. She is Japanese, and she said that there's actually a Bill's in England, in Notting Hill, but it's not called Bill's, it's called Granger & Co. And the guy behind this chain is obviously Bill Granger. So if you're ever in Notting Hill, it's worth checking out. We had to look at the menu online, and it is quite similar. Really nice, fresh produce, really kind of like good, healthy, wholesome food. Breakfast is here. What did you get, Kat?
sweet corn fritter
Yep.
with halloumi and avocado salsa.
Let's have a look. Ooh, that looks nice. And I got organic scrambled eggs with some bread, and I got a side of fresh avocado and also some halloumi. Looks good. Another cruise ship coming into Osanbashi Pier. Pacific Venus it's called. You can just see it at the front of the ship. There's already another cruise ship in on the other side of Osanbashi Pier. So I think we're going to walk down. We're on the top deck of Osanbashi Pier. There's Minato Mirai, and this is looking back towards the beginning of the pier. There's the two red brick warehouses. Landmark Tower, Queen's Tower A, B and C. Okay, something totally amazing just happened. Hubby and I are sat at Osanbashi Pier, just looking out towards Minato Mirai, and we just kept saying, can't believe how lucky we are to live here. It's been over 8 months now, but because we know our time in Japan is limited, we just absolutely love it here. It's just such an amazing place to live, and we especially like living in Yokohama and Minato Mirai, just admiring the views and living by the bay. We were just looking at Landmark Tower and trying to find our apartment block when all of a sudden we just spotted Mount Fuji. I was like, oh my god, I had no idea you could see Mount Fuji from here. I don't know if my camera is going to pick it up, but I'm going to zoom you in and see if it will. It's right between those two buildings there. I don't think my zoom goes any further.
You just see the snow-capped top, can't you?
Yeah. There's one of the resident eagles. I think there are two that live on Yokohama Bay. Hubby's getting an ice cream, and then we're going to grab a seat in one of these blue chairs.
It's very soft.
What flavour is it? Chocolate ice cream?
But it's the first time I've seen it. You know how you get like a coffee pod and you put it in the machine?
Yeah.
Well, it was like an ice cream pod, and he puts it in the machine and presses the button and it squeezes out the ice cream.
So it squeezes out like one portion. So in the interest of research, I've had to get an ice cream as well, just so I could see what the pod was like. We're back home now. I'm actually sat in our bedroom just because it's a bit cooler in here than the living room. I hope you enjoyed that vlog. Couldn't talk much whilst we were out and about just because we were on the waterfront and there was a lot of wind interference. But the red brick warehouse, you're not allowed to take photographs inside or film inside, so I couldn't do that. But basically it's just full of lots of different stores selling lots of accessories, hats, sunglasses, shoes, handbags, purses, kids' toys, clothes, even furniture stores, and also stores where you can buy memorabilia and things like that, and postcards. So I picked a few of those up. Upstairs there's lots of, especially in the big red brick warehouse, there are lots of bars and restaurants, and on one side they have a balcony, and because it's west facing it's great to chill there and watch the sunset. We then walked along the waterfront to Osanbashi Pier. That's the international cruise ship terminal, and we watched a cruise ship come in and dock, which was good because I've never seen that. It was quite interesting to watch. Osanbashi Pier itself, the building is a fantastic building. I love the design. It's very it's got a very nautical theme to it, and as you'll have seen in the vlog, even on the different decks and layers, they're kind of like ripple effects. It's quite an interesting structure, and you get great views over kind of like the Minatomarai Bashamichi area. So from there you could see Yamashita Park and the Tokyo Marine Tower, you could see Bay Bridge, you could see all of Minatomarai, so Landmark Tower, Cosmo World Theme Park, the Ferris wheel and the roller coaster, as well as the Queen's Towers. And I just found out today that you can actually see Mount Fuji from the top of Osanbashi Pier, from the roof garden. We've been there about 3 or 4 times, never noticed Mount Fuji before, but unfortunately I couldn't pick it up on my camera as it's not sensitive enough with the zoom, and also it was quite cloudy. We were planning to go up Landmark Tower, but as it's too cloudy to be able to see Mount Fuji, we're going to leave that for another day. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I will see you all in my next video. Have a lovely day, everyone. Do subscribe if you haven't already for more vlogs from Japan, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.